Meet the computer you can talk to. With Copilot on Windows, working, creating, and collaborating is as easy as talking. Got writer's block? Share your screen with Copilot Vision to help spark inspiration, and use Copilot Voice to have a conversation and brainstorm ideas. Or maybe you need some tech help. With Copilot Vision, Copilot sees what you see. Let Copilot talk you through step-by-step guidance so you can master new apps, games, and skills faster. Try now at windows.com/Copilot.
Oh, Hilton stay, your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton stay.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. Enjoy comfortable rooms and friendly service when you stay with Hilton instead. Save up to 25% this season when you book with Hilton. Hilton for the stay. Terms apply.
1,
2,
3,
4.
Monster movie.
Fun time, go! Monster movie.
Fun time, go. Monster
Movie.
Fun time.
Go!
Monster movie. Fun time, go.
With Precious D and Honeybee.
Fun time, go!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, welcome to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. I am your host, Precious D. Honeybee is still working hard preparing for her finals, so my brother Pretentious D is back. Thanks for filling in, Delano.
Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to be back.
Today's movie is Konga TNT. It is from 2020. This is a kaiju podcast, folks. I'm sorry. I've been doing our regular. When I have a guest that throws me off, I don't do a regular intro. We're making our way through the history of kaiju movies, and we started in 1933 with King Kong, and now we're up to 2020 and Konga TNT. There was a film in the 60s called Konga. This movie is explicitly, loosely based on the public domain Charlton comics, because I don't think Konga itself is in the public domain, but the comic books that were based on it or spun off of it
Right.
are in the public domain.
And were done relatively simultaneous with the original 1960s movie.
Yeah. So that's this guy's loophole to call it Konga TNT.
And interestingly enough, I looked it up. I re-listened to your Konga, the original Konga broadcast, but I looked it up. The Konga movie in the 1960s actually paid a fee to RKO to use the name King Kong. So in their marketing, in the poster for the 1963, it says something about, not since King Kong has there been such terror on the screen, or something like that. And so to prevent themselves from getting sued for using the name Konga, even though Konga is not the same as King Kong.
Right, but it's clearly, you're pushing a trademark infringement there.
Yeah, so they aired on the side of caution in that 1960s film, but I think by basing it off the comic book, they avoid having to worry about any sort of licensing of King Kong, which the original film did.
I can't just call my character Superman's and expect to not get sued. I gotta clear that.
Well, there was the whole Captain Marvel controversy.
Okay, so this is a story by and directed by Brett Kelly. Screenplay by Trevor Payer. I don't know why Brett didn't write the screenplay. He directed a movie we did a couple years ago on our 31 Days of Horror, My Fair Zombie. And we'll be doing another one of his later on. Kaiju Glam Metal Shark Attack, I think.
Something like that.
Is the title. So, there we go. The cast is John Migliori as General Mills / Professor Mills and Konga. Did not realize that.
General Mills and Professor Mills are twin brothers.
Yeah.
That can be distinguished by the eye patch that one of them wears.
At one point, I thought they both had eye patches. I got confused about who the twin was. Steve Kaysen as Dave. Chance Kelly as Chance / Alien. Jeannie Russo as Blonde Lady. Jordan Randall as Phone Guy. Sebastian Godin as Pilot.
Although I did a dive on that. Sebastian or Seb Godin is now going by a different gendered name.
Okay.
So don't want to misgender.
Well, I don't know why you did a dive on that. There's no Wikipedia link to.
It was
What-
on IMDb.
He just did the voice of the pilot. We did, okay. Dive wherever you want, man.
Okay.
Dove Kennedy as Jungle Girl, Christina Roman as Jungle Girl, Kim Valentine as Jungle Girl, Glenna Chow as Jungle Girl, Jessica Huther as Jungle Girl, Kendra Summerfield as Jungle Girls, and Grayson Kelly as Grayson. So Chance and Grayson are clearly the director's children.
Or possibly grandchildren. But yes,
I don't
they
think
are.
he's that old.
I have no
Well,
idea.
the production company, I think, is called Great Chance. Yeah, Great Chance Entertainment.
Right. So this is a vehicle for the two kids. Although they're actually not in it that much.
No, but when they are, they're in it too much.
They're they are front and center.
It just okay. It just really slows down at one point. So the initial feelings and thoughts on Konga TNT.
Oh my.
Be gentle.
I'm trying to be gentle. So this is not a good movie.
It's a very low budget affair.
It's very low budget, and so much that you notice things. So like when I watch the Academy Awards and they give out the awards for sound design and sound editing and all those, I don't really care because I'm not well versed enough in that to tell a really great sound editing job from a good but not as good sound editing. Like I can't tell first place from second place in sound editing. But in this, I could definitely tell that there were some problems with the sound. The range of the sound really varied. I was having to constantly adjust the volume on my computer watching this thing because sometimes it was way too loud and sometimes you couldn't make out people's things. So basic things like that, the editing, the sets, the costumes is all very low budget. Yeah, the acting was not very good, particularly the guy who played the general and the professor. He actually had some good lines. The script had some lines that could have been funny. Like at one point he calls someone over the phone, and it's the classic comedy bit of we only hear one side of the phone conversation, which, that goes back to Bob Newhart. And he says, I don't need somebody to call me up and give me a bunch of poppycock. And then he has to explain to the person on the other side of the phone what poppycock is. Okay, that could be a funny bit, but it's just not delivered well. There was a few other similar lines that, had they been in the hands of a professional, could have been funny. But sadly, this was not. I believe that actor also did some of the other behind-the-scenes stuff on this, so it seemed to be a bit of a project for him as well. I think he was a producer and maybe an editor on the film as well. General Professor Twins Mills,
right,
whatever his name was, did some of the other work on it. So yeah, not great. The special, so Konga, like in the original Konga film, Konga changes size due to scientific malfeasance.
Yeah.
And so at the beginning, he's just a tiny little chimpanzee. And it's clearly, I don't know if it's even a puppet or just a toy.
It's a toy.
Just a stuffed toy.
Yep.
That they're running around holding this toy. There's no effort at making this look like anything else but a toy. There's a whole scene where the part of the plot is dependent upon Konga, who will eventually grow to gigantic size, bonding with these two little kids. Mm-hmm. And I'm just not believing it, in part because it's just a toy.
Right.
So there's no emotional connection.
No.
The boys are doing the best they can.
Yeah.
And we see scenes of them, loving this Konga toy.
We love you, Konga.
We love you, Konga. But it really, there's no emotional depth or feeling to it. So when Konga then acts upon that later, there's no payoff.
So I was noticing that cast list was incomplete. I'm not going to read the whole complete cast list because there's a bunch more, but it didn't mention Christine Eames as Peggy because I like that bit.
So there's like two different kind of films going on. One is a whole jungle explorer / exploitation type film. I mean, there's no actual nudity, but there's a lot of skimpy women running around the jungle in, pseudo jungle attire that has some sort of Indiana Jones style parody kind of going on, none of which really lands. And then that transitions into the kaiju. Little monkey, little ape grows into a kaiju plot with his two little panchitos.
Yeah.
But it's really kind of has a feel of two different films, neither of which is good.
So the other cast I wanted to mention was Trevor Payer, who didn't we say he was the screenwriter?
Yes.
As Major Boumier.
Yes.
Which I liked that bit. The general keeps calling him Major Bummer, and he's like, it's Boumier.
Right.
And then the other name that I liked, Ellen Mildred plays Megan Bacon.
Yes.
The anchor woman.
Yeah. Some of her lines were also good.
Yeah. And
could have been better in a better movie. Could have actually been funny in a better movie.
Like the bit where she's wrapping up the news and she's like, coming up next, the news, and there's a picture just of her behind her, and then she's like, wait, that's a thing? Or, no.
Right. Yeah, she was good. Some of her bits were good, but yeah, that's about the best that I can say about this.
Yeah. So, and Peggy had a funny bit at the beginning with just her name, Peggy. She's the leader of the tribe, and they ask her name, and she does this whole thing about my name is a name of power that belonged to my mother and my grandmother before me, and it is the name you will fear and bow before. It is Peggy. And
it's the Enchanter Tim joke.
Yeah. So,
which is a good joke.
Yeah. So let's get into the plot here. From Wikipedia, thank you, Wikipedia. An F-15 Eagle, Jesus Christ. Somebody on Wikipedia, it's you don't always see it, but somebody gets very detailed about what the vehicles are in some of these movies.
Yeah.
So there's a link to the F-15 Eagle, a CGI airplane that apparently is an F-15 Eagle. Sorties with orders to locate a target over 50 meters tall somewhere in the city below. Flying low, the jet becomes easy prey for an enormous gorilla who dispatches it with a swing of his hand. 1 week earlier, an alien ship crashes in the Amazon after a local tribe take the ship's power source, which is called the Gazongas.
Yes.
For no apparent reason other than to make boob jokes. General Mills dispatches famed tracker Skipper Smith and his assistant Marion Kind to retrieve it. To Smith's delight, all the members of the tribe are women. Distracted, he and Marion are easily abducted and taken before their queen, Peggy, who wears the power source as an amulet
over her breasts.
Yes.
Thus facilitating the
Gazongas
numerous Gazongas joke. One Gazongas joke would have been okay, but they run it into the ground.
She shows them mercy, allowing them to stay for the night. Smith seduces her, convinces her to take off the amulet, and dashes away with it. He goes, zoink. Marion calls in a seaplane, and they bring the artifact to Professor Mills, the general's twin brother. He dubs the substance inside it KTNT, and attempts, or KTNT, yeah, that's it, and attempts to splice its DNA with that of a houseplant with dismal results. Next, he experiments on a monkey who puts up a fierce fight before taking the KTNT in pill form. As he observes the results, 2 terrorists break into his facility. Were these eco-terrorists? Were they?
I think so, yeah.
Trying to free lab animals. So he sets the monkey free, but they shoot him before he can destroy his research. Fleeing to the suburbs, the monkey rests in a shed. It's an ape. General Mills is informed of his brother's death and the theft of the alien technology. He orders a search for the escaped test subject, calling the retired Major Boumier back into the field. 2 boys, Chance and Grayson, it's not a monkey, damn it. Discover the ape after he eats their snacks. Naming him Konga, they agree to keep him a secret from their mother. Boumier travels door to door, asks her if she's seen an escaped ape. So they got an ape right that time.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. The boys play. I'm not going to bother to edit this Wikipedia article. The boys play in their backyard with Konga, who suddenly grows to enormous size and rushes past Boumier. Konga terrifies a farmer before growing again, bursting through the roof of his barn. Spotting a beautiful blonde woman in her bedroom, he abducts her just to give her a kiss on the head. This is all King Kong shit. In Jackson Park, all of the fleeing citizens start to depress him. Moving downtown, his clumsiness causes mass destruction, toppling buildings and cooling towers. A passing airliner catches his attention and he snatches it out of the sky. Chance tries to lure him away by dressing up as a hot dog. If I was a giant monkey, I'd want a giant hot dog.
Yeah.
But the military nonetheless assails the monster with tanks and fighter jets. Suddenly, Konga returns to his original size, and the boys embrace him for no apparent reason. He just does. And they're all like, where'd he go?
Well, it seemed to possibly be a reaction to being shot.
Oh, yeah.
It was it was very unclear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charmed, Boumier reports to Mills that Konga escaped and announces his second honorable discharge. Professor Mills, miraculous. You don't just get to decide.
Yeah.
That's not how that works. Professor Mills, miraculously alive, explains to his brother that Konga's body eventually rejected KTNT, allowing him to shrink. Another drop of KTNT allowed him to survive being shot. In a post-credit scene, Delano, did you see the post-credit scene?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chance and Grayson discover a large egg in the woods. I don't think that leads to anything, though.
No, but
Related articles, gorillas in popular culture. I'll have to read that later.
yeah. Oof. Oh, and I should mention that when Konga is small, as we mentioned before, he's just a little toy ape. When Konga is large, it's just a guy in a bad ape costume. I mean, really bad ape costume. This is like your Spirit Halloween clearance rack ape costume.
Yeah. I mean, I like some good suit work, but it's not a good suit.
No.
Somebody has linked Chance Kelly to, I think, who must be a different Chance Kelly, who is an actor, but the age doesn't line up.
Right.
Mother.
And one of the people, there's a song in this that I believe is also performed by one of the Kellys.
Okay.
By Brian Kelly. Like, there's a lot of people serving as actors and producers and editors.
Yeah.
You know, in typical low budget fashion. But yeah, I think somebody involved with this also fancies themselves a rock star as far as the music.
What was the song?
It's listed in the credits. I can't remember.
It's just a credit song.
Yeah, well, it has some reference to the plot, but yeah.
Right, but it wasn't performed during the film.
No, not as a musical.
So Brett Kelly has directed a lot of things.
Oh yeah,
49 credits he has, 42 as an actor. Some of them are, well, the aforementioned My Fair Zombie, Raiders of the Lost Shark, Thunderstorm, The Return of Thor, She-Rex, Violent Earth, Galaxy Warriors, Heavy Metal Werewolf, Nano Shark, Ouija Shark, 'Tis the Season, okay, Murder in High Heels, Countryside, but side like homicide.
Right.
I think he might be better at titles than.
Yes, I was looking into some of this, and yeah, I came to the conclusion that he was better at writing titles than he is at making movies.
Bone Setter movies were recommended to me. Well, somebody told me that the lady that we talked to back during My Fair Zombie said that her husband's favorite part was playing the bad guy in Bone Setter, and Bone Setter Returns,
which is another of Kelly's films.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So I might actually have to check that out. And as I mentioned, he did Kaiju Glam Metal Shark Attack, which we will be doing on this show when we get to the year 2024. So
right. Yeah. Apparently he likes sharks a lot too.
Yeah. I don't know if he likes sharks or if there's just a market for sharks.
Yeah. Or maybe he just has a good rubber shark.
We
that
might
he likes
we might try to. We have sort of a contact that we might try to get him on here when we talk about Kaiju Metal Shark Attack. And then we can ask him what's with the shark movies. But I suspect it has something to do with SRS Cinema's marketing. They market a lot of Amityville movies and a lot of shark movies, and one Amityville shark movie.
Ah, okay. And what is that company?
So they are they're part production company and part distribution company. We interviewed the president a while back when we did I think it was Space Monster Wangami. So they have a lot of low budget stuff like this, and they do have the DVD and Blu-ray of this movie on their website. And anyway, something he said in passing made it sound like he maybe finances a bunch of these things. Like he comes up with an idea and then throws some money at one of his people to go make it, and then he distributes it. But then they will also get the rights to distribute lost or semi-lost or obscure Japanese or Korean kaiju movies that have never been released here in the United States. So Space Monster Wangami was a Korean movie that was rare. It wasn't exactly a lost movie, but it was shown occasionally on, I think, South Korean television, or maybe North Korean television. I'm not sure
I
which. Well, I think part of the problem might have been it was North Korean. I don't know. But the thing is, you could see it by like going to the film archives and watching it there. It had never been released in the U.S., so he was able to get a hold of it, get the rights to release it here. And he's done a couple of other things like that, like Whale God. So there you go. So anyway, my suspicion is that he can market shark movies, so he's always in the market for a shark movie, and he might even instigate some of these shark movies.
Okay.
And I'm not starting a third podcast, but one could, and surely someone has done. You could do a whole podcast just on shark movies.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, it's fascinating that when one thing hits big, in this case, Jaws,
yeah,
it can just start a whole genre.
But a lot of them seem to be much more recent than Jaws.
Well, I think that may also have to do with Shark Week.
Yes.
Yes. What channel is that?
You're right. Discovery, I think.
Discovery, yes. Yes, I mean, you could also do a whole...
Okay, I was just looking it up because I looked up first shark movie, and the AI, so I don't trust it.
Right.
But the AI tells me that the first prominent shark movie, in quotes, was Jaws.
Right.
So my guess would have been that there would be another more obscure one like 5 or 10 years before Jaws. Mm-hmm. But I guess not.
Well, and I'm sure there were a lot of like pulpy
Here we go.
adventure movies that had sharks as minor
There is an article
characters.
here on the shark movies that came before Jaws. But White Death from 1936.
And I'm sure there are shark scientists out there
The Shark
who
Fight
hate all of this.
Yeah, The Shark Fighters 1956. Shark 1969. Wow. Blue Water White Death 1971. So there are a few. So
well,
yeah,
and those
there
are
you go.
just
For whoever wants to start that podcast and wants to go chronologically.
well, and those are just movies that feature the shark prominently. I'm sure there's lots of others that have an encounter with a shark. It's part of a larger story. I'm thinking, of course, of the Batman movie.
Oh yeah,
the famous
yeah.
bat shark repellent.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but that's not a shark movie.
Oh, somebody could do a whole podcast of just every movie with quicksand. As somebody else made the joke, quicksand had a really good agent.
I don't remember what it's called, but somebody does a podcast that features movies that feature female dragons.
Oh, nice.
Not just dragon movies,
Sure.
specifically female dragon movies.
Oh, nice.
So there you go.
Yeah.
20 years from now, if we've exhausted our current topics, maybe we'll do a shark podcast. Which reminds me, we have another podcast, folks. Mars Needs Movies. It's just starting out, so go give it some love. I haven't even figured out how to put it up on YouTube yet, but I'll be doing that soon.
With new, gentler scented Clorox disinfecting wipes, clean finally smells as good as it feels. On everything from lamps to ceiling fans. Even on your kid's toy shark. Oh, ouch. Clorox disinfecting wipes. Now available in... Ooh, crisp lemon. Find it on Amazon. Clorox. Clean feels good.
Hi, I'm here to pick up my son Milo.
There's no Milo here.
Who picked up my son from school?
Streaming only on Peacock.
I'm gonna need the name of everyone that could have a connection.
You don't understand. It was just the 5 of us.
So this was all planned.
What are you gonna do? I will do whatever it takes to get my son back.
I honestly didn't see this coming. These nice people killing each other.
All Her Fault. A new series streaming now only on Peacock.
Okay, going back to this movie.
Yeah.
So one thing that I thought was really silly about this movie, but then I listened to your podcast for the original Konga. Is the shape changing back down to a small Konga? So that was something in the original movie and in the comic book?
I believe he does that in the film. It's been a long time.
Because it makes no damn sense. No. Where does all that matter go?
Well, where does it come from?
Yeah, well, but yes, that also doesn't make much sense. But at least organisms tend to grow bigger.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Oh, you're violating the laws of thermodynamics.
Yeah. So initially I thought that was a silliness just from this movie, but I see you're confirming that happens in the original as well.
Yeah.
So I can't place the blame entirely on this.
No, it's part of the lore. Part of Konga lore.
Konga lore, yeah.
Folks, you can read the Konga comic books online along with the Reptilicus ones for free and legally because they're in the public domain. So
nice.
There you go. I think that's about all we have to say about Konga. How many stars are you going to rate Konga TNT?
Oof. Again, there were a few. Can I grade on potential?
You just however you want, man.
So
did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you dislike it?
I did not like it.
Okay. But did you hate it?
Hate is a strong word. I try not to hate things. No, I would not say I hated it.
Okay. Then it's not a 1 star.
Oh, I was going to say I didn't hate it, so I'll give it half a star.
Do I need to go over the scale?
Okay.
The scale is 1 is I hated it, 2 is I didn't like it, 3 it was okay, 4 I liked it, and 5 I loved it.
All right, I'll give it a 1.5.
This is just a 5-star scale. It's not a 10-star scale.
No, but I was assuming a 0.
Oh, okay.
I was assuming that hate was
that
0.
is. I mean, really hate is a 0.
Okay,
but you were talking about not wanting to give out 5s, but it's not a 10-point scale. It's only a 5-point scale, so you can give a 5 if you loved it. Not that this one deserves a 5.
Right. Okay, I will give it a 1.5.
Okay,
and that half is due to the fact that there was some potential in the script to be funny if it had been better executed.
I think I gave it 2.5 because there were some moments I enjoyed.
Okay.
I wasn't suffering the whole time.
I was suffering most of the time.
It did not make me angry. Some movies make me angry.
It didn't make me angry. It just made me disappointed.
Jesus. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for this week. I can't be bothered to check what our next movie is, but we're going to have a holiday special before then. We're going to be doing Black Friday, which is on Prime. I think you can rent it other places, but it's included on Prime. It is the Black Friday from just a few years ago with Bruce Campbell, because there are other movies called Black Friday.
Sure.
So make sure you get the Bruce Campbell one. And that actually, I mean, we usually do a holiday special and we don't require that it be a kaiju movie. But this movie actually fits in the category for both our podcasts, so I'm just going to play it on both of the streams. So there you go. All right, well, thanks for joining me, Delano.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time, I have been Precious D. Remember to keep calm and take shelter in basements. Please don't misuse science like they did in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Remember to keep calm and take shelter in basements. I said that already. I'm on a loop here. We won't see you, but you will hear us next time on Monster Movie Fun Time Go. You've been listening to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. If you enjoyed the show, please consider rating and reviewing us on your podcasting platform of choice. You can leave us a message and find links to all our things at mmftg.com.